Each week, we round up the Sunday newspaper share tips. This week, Midas looks at Aviva, Eco-Atlantic and gold, and updates on Anglo Pacific. Meanwhile, the Sunday Times runs the rule over chemicals giant Johnson Matthey, and the Sunday Telegraph focuses on engineering firm Renishaw. Perhaps it had to happen sooner or later. But last week's rollercoaster ride on the stock market was nerve-jangling, especially so, given predictions that further volatility lies ahead. Ironically, stronger economic growth in most parts of the world is largely to blame, prompting suggestions that interest rates will rise faster than expected. That is broadly considered bad news for equities. Higher rates make it more expensive for companies to borrow and can encourage investors to buy bonds instead of shares. The knee-jerk reaction when markets misbehave is to sell everything and run for cover. That is rarely the best policy, however. Instead, investors are advised to keep their heads and make sure they own a broad spread of shares in different industries and with different attributes. Anglo Pacific occupies a unique position on the London Stock Exchange as the only listed business that is focused on mining-related royalties. The company lends money to mining groups in return for a percentage of their revenues. Midas recommended the shares in December 2014 when they were 105p. Today, they are 144.5p and should continue to gain ground. The dividends are generous too. Investing in Johnson Matthey used to be a binary bet on the future of the internal combustion engine. The chemicals giant earns the bulk of its money making catalysts that help remove impurities from the exhausts of cars, buses and lorries. In Britain, the government has pledged to ban new petrol and diesel cars by 2040. The FTSE 100 firm has not been standing idly by as its core market begins to wilt. Since it entered the lithium-ion market in 2012, it has been targeting electric vehicles as the cornerstone of future growth. Investing in Johnson Matthey comes with health warnings. Its catalytic experience and growing battery plans give it a foot in both camps. By Renishaw, whose applications now stretch across wind turbines, dentistry, brain surgery and high-end microscopes, operates from more than 70 offices in 35 countries, and counts more than 4,000 employees worldwide. Recent large orders from the consumer electronics industry have gone down well with the city. All of this success is enough to make any long-sighted investor nervous about what comes next. Potential investors should stand back and watch if the company can manage its gradual handover of power with the precision of the tools for which it has become famous. Avoid for now. Its 25 times earnings multiple seems stretched compared to peers.